Okay, so most of the thing remains the theory, and we could not materialize the all the theoretical stuff into practical stuff, and that is what we want actually to do. Okay, so it is not in blue color. Why? Okay, so this was the matrix, isometric transformation matrix last time we have seen. Okay, so we have understood that how do we perform our rotation and all those stuff, and from this what we get a matrix like this. Okay, so let's do it. So we have written some coordinates, and then now we want to have the isometric coordinates. So I just denote the isometric coordinate with some variable called as, maybe I call this as O, A, B and C. So isometric coordinate I will call as A dash, B dash, C dash. Okay, so let's find out what is going to be A dash. Okay, that will be equal to, so I need a space to write 1 by root 6. Okay, then here it is root 3, 0, minus root 3, 0, 1, 2, 1, 0, then it will be root 2 minus root 2, root 2, 0, 0, 0, 1. Okay, and my coordinates are 200, 0, 0 and 1. So this is my A coordinate, and this is what is my isometric transformation matrix. Okay, so let's do it. So try to find this and just let me know all those values. Okay, so is my Chrome tab available? Just let me know. Is my Chrome tab available? Yeah, fine, thanks. Okay, so now you could try and just let me know. Later on I will show you. So multiply option is also available to you. Okay, so you could use this. Already you have this file, and let me know. So once the task in the word is finished, then we will actually go and draw these axes, because this transformation is base platform for solid modeling. You have to remember. Okay, so not only this transformation will allow you to transform the geometries, but it is a base platform for generating a solids, even surfaces. So you can multiply this and just let me know these values, please. So now it is 4 by 4 matrix. So in multiply you will type 4 comma 4 comma 1 instead of 3 comma 3 comma 1. Okay, and this is H matrix, this is A matrix. So multiply H comma A 4 comma 4 comma 1. Or you can use calculator also. So it's very simple. Three divided by 6. Okay. Yeah, so you have to divide, that is why you are getting a different answer. So 141.4 and 200 and 282.1. So yeah, this could be the probable answer. Okay, so yes, this could be the probable answer, 141.4 and 81.64. Okay, so this is the probable answer, and I'm not bothered about the Z because I'll not be using it. Remember, I said Z0 we have to do it. Okay, and here we are supposed to get 1 because last row is 0 0 1. So when we multiply, it is supposed to get only 1. So your last row is 0.408, it is incorrect. So I just check the values whether it is correct or not. Okay, sine of 30 to 200. So again, I think there is a issue with this answer also. Okay, so just try to find out the correct one. Okay, so last row should not be something like this. 0.904. So there is some issue for multiplying. Okay, because what ideally I should get it, so this has to be rotated by this, and this angle is 30 degree. Okay, so this rotation is happening. So if this length is 200, then this height should be 200 sine 30. Okay, and this distance should be 200 cos 30. Okay, because we are getting into isometric view, so you could also verify that whether it is you are getting or that not. Okay, so 200 into maybe cos of 30. So answers are different actually. Okay, so let's see. Now we will try to solve this. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so I'll just change your to keyboard. So okay, go to my Chrome tab. So I create my H matrix first. Okay, capital H is equal to, okay, so first is I'll create an array. So S, okay, so I'll just create a variable sq3 by 6 is equal to, okay, math dot square root, okay, and I'll do 3 by 6. This is what I will create. Oh, so this by 3 by 6, let us say, or I just write it simply 3 6, okay, or 3 by 6, something like this. So I have this value. Okay, then I'll need, okay, sq 1 by 6, okay, that is equal to math dot sqrt of 1 divided by 6. Okay, then sq 2 6 I require. Okay, so that will be 2 divided by math dot sqrt of 6. Okay, and now I need sq226, that will be equal to math dot sqrt, that will be 2 divided by 6. Okay, so now I'll create a H matrix. So H matrix will be sq36 comma 0 comma sq36, and of course this will be minus comma 0 comma, then I will require sq16 comma sq26 comma sq16 comma 0. Then I will require sq226 comma minus sq226 comma sq226 comma 0. Okay, and then I can put comma 0 comma 0 comma 0 comma 1. So in this way my H matrix is created. Okay, so I can just verify it. So this is what the matrix has been created. Okay, so now I can create a matrix, let us say A, which will be equal to 200 comma 0 comma 0 comma 1. Okay, and then I can use multiply, okay, capital H comma A comma 4 comma 4 comma 1. Okay, and I can store this as AI. Okay, so let's 6. So this is what is the matrix I got. So last I should get 1. Okay, so that is what I am getting it now. So now let's try to plot this. Okay, so AI I also created the origin capital O equal to 0 comma 0 comma 0 comma 1. So this is my origin. Okay, and now I want line. Okay, line from what? I want origin, that is capital O, and comma AI. Okay, so let's see. Why I did not got the line? So multiply is working. pt0 pt01 context dot stroke. Okay, let's say line I draw 0 comma 0 comma, so I need a matrix basically. So 0 comma 0 comma, so I need, let us say 100 comma 0. I'm not getting a line. Why? So I need to open. Let's see. Did we make a change last time? So I'm trying to open. I can use point command, let us say 0 comma whether I am getting this. Yes, point I am getting it. Okay, so point is available and line command is not working. Yeah, so line command needs 2 point directly, so it does not have a functionality to accept the 2 points. Okay, so therefore I need to modify the stuff. Okay, so my A matrix will be equal to, okay, so it will be 0 comma 0 comma 0 comma 1. Okay, in this way I need to just do the modification. Not like this. So it will be 0 comma 200 comma 0 comma 0 0, then comma 0 origin 0 this. Okay, and lastly it will be 1 comma 1. Okay, so for both the points it will be same, since it accepts the point as a one entity. Okay, so 0 0 0 1 is what my first coordinate, and 200 0 0 1 is my second coordinate. Okay, so now I can get AI as multiply okay, and now I can pass H comma A comma 4 comma 4 comma 2. So this is where we have to pass. H is not defined. Okay, so I just deleted the H because I reloaded it. Okay, so I create H. So is SQ SQ226, then maybe I go back so I could recover all the values. So SQ36 SQ226 I got. SQ26 I got. Now 1 by 6. Okay, so it is 1 by 6. Fine. So now let's create H matrix. Okay, so H matrix is created. Fine, that's all. So I can just move up, and now I can use multiply this. Okay, so I got the multiplication. So by origin remains as it is, and these are changed, and then I can use now line command. Okay, and it needs only a point, so that point is my AI, So if I pass on this, okay, I got the line. This is how I got the line from O to A. That's great. Now next thing what we do is about the y coordinate. So y coordinate is 0 comma 200 comma 0. Okay, so I just move it. So this is my y coordinate 0, 200 and 0. So we are going to perform the operation on this. Okay, so now let's call that a B matrix, and that will be equal to, so how do I create it? A. So I just modify that. Okay, so I call this as a B. So instead of 200 I'll put 0 here and I put 200 here. Okay, so if I press enter, so my B matrix will be created. Okay, so this is what is available. And now what I could do, I'll have to create a multiply, BI to create. So BI is equal to multiply. So that will be H comma B comma 4 comma 4 comma 2. Okay, so in this we have to multiply. So now I got the value of BI. Okay, so now I got the value of BI. Again I will draw a line for BI. Okay, so what I see a y-axis line which is I have drawn. Okay, then I'll have the z-axis. Okay, so again I move back. How do I create this? So I just change it to 0 0 and I make z coordinate to 200. Okay, oh sorry, okay, let it be, it is B, doesn't make any difference instead of, okay, so now B has changed, so I just make the C to change and I make this as a capital C. Okay, now I can use multiply, of course, H comma capital C 4 comma 4 comma 2. Okay, and this will be my CI equal to. Okay, so again I got the multiplication, and now what I can do, I can say line for CI. So you could see that I got the all my isometric axes which is available. So it's lot easy. Okay, so all the theoretical concept with small syntax, if you are aware of, you can create a full isometric view with the help of this. There is absolutely no issue, no problem. You can create orthographic views, you can create isometric views, you can create even solids. Okay, so if you want to create simple model, there is no need to use Pro-E, CATIA or SolidWorks. You can write your own code and you can create your own solids. So the next part is how to create solids using all these sets of transformation, and that is where our unit 2 starts. Okay, so just let me know whether you understood this or not. Okay, so if there is a mistake, you can modify it. There is no issue because I'm not using a z coordinate at all. Okay, so because I need to make z0, it's a projection. Though isometric view I am drawing, and finally I am getting a projection. So you have to understand that how I am getting it. Okay, so it's pretty easy. So if you have a what you say fear of programming, it's maths only. Okay, you can create few line command, point command and circle command. in AutoCAD, if you know you want to draw it, what you need how to draw circle, you need how to draw line, you need how to draw curve and plot the point. With the help of that you can do any things. Okay, so whether it is Pro E, CATIA or SolidWorks, what you need, you should know few operation. Okay, that is extrude, sweep, revolve, 4 5 operation, you know, you can create a any kind of damn solid model. Okay, so it's pretty easy. So the concepts, if you are strong in fundamentals, it's very easy to apply. Okay. Okay, so last will always come as 1 because last row is 0 0 0 1, so it has to come 1 and therefore it is coming 1. Okay, so that's fine. So now I'll move to the next topic, that is solid modeling. Okay, so this unit is finished. So now just you have to bear with me because somewhat I am going to show now PPT. Actually, I don't like to use PPTs, but in the classroom it gives you a very effect. Okay, so I'm going to just add. Okay, so just I added this. Now okay, so just let me know whether the my PowerPoint presentation is visible or not. Okay, so this is the recursion stuff. Okay, first of all, so one should be aware of how to do the recursion. Okay, so now how do I get my mouse? Okay, pen. Okay, great. So recursion means what? Basically you are doing the same task repeatedly and n number of times till certain condition is there. Okay, and this recursion is very important. So I just have a simple program of factorial to help you to understand what is the meaning of recursion. We are not going to do programming on recursion, but this is the concept which we are going to utilize actually to create the solid models. So you have the some, let us say, integer I equal to 3. Okay, and there you create a function f which gives me a factorial value, and finally you display a factorial value of 3. This is the simplest C program which we could write it. Okay, so when this integer is passed on to this, okay, and this is what the processing is done to get the factorial value. Okay, so I just move it to next slide. So how this happens? So first I equal to 3 will be passed on to this, then z becomes 3. So if z is less than equal to 3, then return z, or less than equal to 1, return z. Okay, so automatically I am returning a 1. Okay, that is what is the thing, but it is 3, so it will go to else. Okay, else part is z equal to z into f into z minus 1. That means f is what? Call itself. If f is a function, this f is a function, he is calling itself again, okay, to get me z minus 1 factorial. Okay, so factorial value is how much? Like 3 into 2 into 1. So this is what I want. So my z is 3, but I don't know factorial value of 2. Okay, so I am calling myself, let's return me the factorial value of 2. Okay, so from here it goes to here back again, so it recursively it calls. So the meaning of that, from here control goes to same function Ankit. So here z becomes 2. So if this is 2, of course this won't be done because it's not 2. It will again go to else. Now what happens here? In this case it is 2, z is 2, and this becomes 1 factorial. So I don't know 1 factorial. So again I will call myself, array provide me 1 factorial. So once I say that, again it will call itself. Now here in this case this n becomes 1, therefore z becomes 1. Now this is the true case. Okay, so since z is equal to 1, what is going to do? It is going to return the value of z, which is 1. Okay, so this 1 will be written where? Here. Okay, so my z becomes 1. Okay, now 1 into 2, so here my z becomes 3, and this will be written where? Here. So not 3, sorry, 2 into 1 is 2, 2 into 1 is 2, and this 2 will be written here. And what happens? 2 into 3, it becomes 6, and this 6 will be written to main program, and I get a factorial value of 6. So in this way, what we see, that things are happening recursively. Okay, now where this could be used recursively? For example, I want to plot a point. Okay, I want to fill an area with some color. So this is the point. So what I say recursively? Plot above 1 pixel, plot below 1 pixel, plot right 1 pixel, plot left 1 pixel. Okay, now what about this point? It will also say plot below 1 pixel, it will also say plot above 1 pixel, it will also say plot on right side of this pixel, it will also say plot on left of the pixel. Similarly, this will also say plot above 1 pixel, plot right on the pixel, plot left on the pixel, and plot bottom on the pixel. So you could see they are happening recursively for each point, and in this way the filling algorithm within inside and geometry that occurs, and that fill effect is created instantly. So recursive is a very fast, multi-directional and multi-threaded, and therefore we can use what you say more effectively multi-core CPUs. Okay, and that is why recursion has very importance in it. Okay, it's like a launching so many threads, because you know each functions when you call has its own separate memory location, it has a separate database in it, it has separate private variable in it. Okay, so whenever you launch each and every f, it creates a separate memory blocks, it stores get into a separate memory blocks. So this might be a memory block 1, this might be a memory block 2, this might be a memory block 3, and what you could do, you can launch it in multi-core, and that's the execution will be done very fast. Okay, so I hope you understood this. Just let me know. Okay, so it might be a new to it, so at least you need understand the concept. Just let me know. Okay, so let's go types of modeling. So 3 types are there. There are many types. Okay, but in practically if you see there are many types of modeling techniques. Okay, so these are the 3 textbooks approaches which I am telling you. Okay, Of course, I'm going to add a few additional one later on. So first is wireframe modeling, the second is surface modeling, and third is solid modeling. Okay, then we have various options in surface modeling, various options in solid modeling, so that also we will see. Okay. Okay, now what is the wireframe? So its definition is it is made up of sets of points. Okay, so I give an example. What is the wireframe model? A cube made up of copper wire, okay, whose cross sectional views are always sets of points. So you take a copper wire, any small wire or any other wire, you peel off the insulation from your electric wire, and you get the copper wire. And with the help of that copper wire, if you construct a cube, okay, so I'll do my best to draw the geometry. Okay, so let's say this is my copper wire. Okay, fine. So this is my copper wire, and with the help of it I just develop a cube. So what each wire represent? The edge of that particular cube. Each edge represent the that cube. But now let's say if I cut it, okay, with this plane, okay, and if I observe the cross section from this direction, if I observe the cross section from this direction, what I am going to see? You have to answer. So just let me know your answer, please. So let everyone answer. One of the simplest question. Okay, only Shruti has answered correctly. So it is a 4 points. Okay, it is a 4 points. It will not be a square because it is a wire. Okay, it is a wire of small diameter. Okay, it is not a surface or something else. It's just a wire. Edges are represented by all the copper wires, and when you cut, you see the 4 dots. You take a wire and you cut it, and you see in front of you, you will see only a dot. Okay, only you see a dot, a small circle which represents the dot. So Shruti has answered correctly. So we'll see only 4 points. Okay, that is what is the meaning. And that what itself says that the cube is made up of copper wire whose cross section view are always set of points. And that is why I can say the wireframe geometries are always made up of sets of points. So whenever we cut it, I always see points. I won't see anything else. And that is why I can say you construct wireframe by just plotting so many number of points. So wireframe model are sets of points, or they are made up of points. Okay, so just let me know whether you understood this concept. Come on, quickly. Okay, so I got two answers. So this is the one wireframe model of cube. Okay, so we need to also think about what is the thing required to draw the wireframe model and what are the things required to save the wireframe model, because I'm not only going to draw it, because I need to save in also file. So what information I should show it, in what sense I should show it, okay, that information is also important. So here it is a cube model, it has 8 vertices, okay, and having a 12 edges, okay, and those edges are represented by lines and vertices represented by points. So in database I will store all the values of my vertices, and then in another set of table, so you can create a object or a class or maybe some kind of array in which you can store all the values of vertex. You can also store what the line means, it is from vertex 1 to 2, line 2 means vertex 2 to 3, line 3 means vertex 3 to 4. In this way you could store all the 12 lines which represents the edges of the all this cube. So in this way basically you have the, if you have this information, you are very well aware of wireframe geometry. Okay, so that means you can draw the wireframe geometry, you can save the wireframe geometry. So these are the only information is required. So it's a very lightweight model what we are trying to see, 8 vertices and 12 lines, information about that. Okay, so you might also create a linked list which will have the linking parameters to each other. Okay, so it's all about how do you work it. If you use the objects, then nothing else. Okay, you can establish the relationship as you want, so you need to write a class. Okay, so of course there are certain advantages also and the disadvantages. So you got the concept of wireframe. Now let's go about some advantage and disadvantage. Okay, so first of all, surface area and volume is not stored in evaluated form. Okay, so this is important, it is not stored in evaluated form. See, if I move back, there is no information I am directly calculating or storing, okay, into the model. Okay, I'm not having stored information about any kind of area, any kind of surfaces here in this case. So that is not stored directly. Okay, so therefore if I want a surface area and volume, so what I need to do, always need to compute it. Okay, and to do the computation I need to use various geometrical formulas. Okay, but if geometry is complex, then the use becomes very limited. If the geometry is very complicated, because we know only how to calculate the volume area of simple geometries, and if geometry is complex, since I am not storing in evaluated form, it just becomes a very challenging job. Okay, so if area and volume I am not storing, therefore less suitable. For maybe in FEA, because I need those parameters. Okay, so I cannot use this model in FEA or ANSYS or maybe Abacus or maybe Nastran to perform the analysis. I cannot do the CAM processing, because CAM processing is done on surface. So I cannot use master cam, del cam, smart cam, solid cam. So all those cam softwares are there, so these of no use. So it is less suitable for this kinds of thing. So wireframe model should be avoided. Then, so in this way you have to justify, you are now in B, not in first year, second year or third year. If you write this, and if this consists of 1 marks, you will get half marks. I am telling you, unless and until you do not elaborate these parameters. Okay, next point is ambiguity in nature. If you write it, you will get half marks. Okay, ambiguous in nature. By what you can say? Justify. You have to justify each and every statement when you write it at B level. You should justify, because in project, if you say something, this is of best quality, how you can say of your best quality? Okay, so you need to justify it. So ambiguity in nature. So what is the meaning? So for that purpose, I have drawn this figure in front of you. So there is a cube and there is a pocket. Okay, so now you have to tell me that pocket is from front to back, right to left, or from top to bottom. Okay, just identify it. Front to back, left to right, and top to bottom, and let me know your answer. Come on, quickly, everyone has to answer. थोडंसं वाढणार आहे आज लेक्चर, एक 10-15 minutes. You can say R2L in short. Okay, that is right to left, or front to back. You can write FB, top to bottom. You can write TB. In this way, in short form, you can answer it. From which direction there is a pocket? Come on, no one has answered. How many people are there? $54. Okay. Chalo, everyone please answer. This is very important. चुकलं तर चुकलं, काही फरक पडत नाही. आपल्याला चुकल्यावरच कळतं की आपण चूक काय दुरुस्त करायची, नाही तर आयुष्यात आपण कधी शिकणार नाही. Okay, so there are some answers coming. So whatever the answer have reached to me up till now. So there is only one correct answer. That is from Atharva Kale. Can't say. Okay, it's like can't say. I cannot say from top to bottom, or front to back, or left to right. I cannot say. There is no way I can justify it. Okay, I can't say. And that is why I am saying it is what you say, ambiguous in nature. Okay, so you need to justify your point that why it is ambiguous in nature. You draw this figure, okay, and then you explain that it's not possible to predict from which side this pocket is there, and that is why it is ambiguous in nature. So wireframe model tends to have a ambiguous nature. So I hope you got the thing, my point. Come on, one or two people can say yes or no. Okay, so whenever you write a point, see, I'm telling you where you are losing a marks. So in theory, you are getting a 50% marks. So these are the reasons. Okay, because you are not able to justify. Now you are in final year, the level of checking will be totally different because you are going to become an engineer. So more justification is required from your side, and that is why I am telling you, use good kind of reference books. Okay, not to use what you say, your local books. Okay, always prefer at this level, your level of thinking will increase. You will think beyond your capacity. The next, difficult to interpret and complex model. So when I am saying difficult to interpret and complex model, everyone will laugh at me. Okay, but if you put this figure in front of everyone, immediately everybody will understand. You can draw haphazardly a sketching and all those stuff. So let's interpret what is there in below figure. So I don't know how many years you will take, or even me, to understand what is there. So it's very difficult to interpret for complex models. So complex models are very difficult to build it and to interpret it. Of course, there is no point in building the thing which I cannot understand. Okay, so drawings are prepared to ensure that there is a proper communication amongst the various disciplines, departments in an industry. Okay, and if that is not happening, so that is not a feasible solution. So I could say it is difficult to interpret for complex model. Of course, there is an advantage. It's not like that something do exist, that means it is not useful. So that doesn't mean wireframe model does not exist. It exists. Okay, and wireframe model you are using right from your beginning. As soon as you born, you started first using a wireframe model. Okay, so, and in your 12th standard, in your engineering, you have used everywhere a wireframe model. So I give an example: 4-bar mechanism. Okay, maybe slider crank mechanism, elliptical trammel mechanisms. So you draw by line diagram. So all those are wireframe models of actual models. You got to understand that. Okay, and it has use. Okay, it has use. What is use? Take it what it requires. It requires less amount of memory, first of all, because 8 vertices, 12 edges for cube, nothing, small memory is required. Okay, and if that is the thing, when we do the real time analysis of velocity, acceleration and jerk, or maybe inertia force analysis, real time, that time the wireframe model is best suitable, because that time if you create very good looking model which has a very aesthetic shape, so many number of points, so many number of lines and surfaces, and you try to move it, okay, to moving and performing a transformer operation, it might take 5 minutes. Okay, and to move from one location to other in actual practice might require only 1 second, but computation which is involved to perform your transformation matrix which you have studied recently, that might even take a 5 minutes. Okay, so what will be your velocity in that case? The distance traveled by how much time you take it, and traveling time is, let us say, 1 minute, and computation time is, let us say, 5 minutes. So it will add to a 6-minute time. Okay, so animation won't be in a real time, and you won't get a real time analysis of velocity and acceleration and all the stuff. So therefore, for such cases you have to compromise that your model should not be good looking, but you want higher accuracy, and therefore you will work with the line diagrams. Okay, that's easy to move and rotate, will take a lesser time, and what you see, the only the movement time, whatever is taking, that is taken care, and the transformation what requires computation time for the transformation, which will be minimal and will not affect the values of velocity and acceleration, and that's what where the advantage of this. Okay, so I hope you understood this. Okay, so I'll just complete all the categories, surface and solids introduction, and then we'll finish it. Just let me know whether you have understood this or not. Okay, so there is a categories of surface modeling: surface generated through control data points. Okay, so there are so many points available in a space, and from that point, cloud data point, we want to draw a surfaces. So what are the various options available? So we have a Hermit surfaces, first Hermit curve, and then we say Hermit surfaces, then Bezier, B-spline. So all these are part of numerical methods. I don't think so this has been taken. These are actually interpolation. Okay, so just like Lagrange's interpolation, we get a curve through all the points. Similarly, these are also a different interpolation technique. We get a curve through, or may curve with the help of points, and then we can extend into 2 dimension to get the surfaces. So just keep it known that there are some 3 things we are going to study, and of course there are type called as non-periodic, periodic, and NUR. So that is non-uniform rational B-spline, and we have a detailed mathematical analysis of this. Okay, the second is the surface modeling category, which form the skin on top of wireframe. So there is already a wireframe, just like cube which you have created with the help of copper wire. There is a cube which you have created with the help of copper wire. Okay, it had edges. That's it. Now what you do, you take a cloth or a paper and wrap around that cube. Okay, take a cloth or a paper and wrap around that cube. It forms the surface model, and that thing what we called as forming